I think like one of the things that I've noticed kind of recently is, a lot of folks who are brand storytellers are like, seem a little afraid of data to me. And I think that's the wrong approach, right? You
Yeah.
have to like live in your data. Like if you work at an agency and you're a professional creative, like table stakes should be that you're a good storyteller and that you understand the scientific like the scientific method of creating a story, right? Like we've all read Joseph Campbell. We all understand the hero's journey. We all understand how we bring in those different elements that create a compelling story. Everybody knows how to do that who is a creative professional. If you don't, then go back and read some Joseph Campbell, right?
Yeah.
So you can get there. And like there's a ton of people out there who can do that. But if you don't dig into the data, if you don't create a testing plan and understand like what actually is resonating with your clients and your buyers, it's just never going to get out of first gear. You're gonna be stuck there.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And listen, people have created super successful businesses being in first gear. I just think that there's exponential growth out there if you can get yourself in the data, like combine that amazing storytelling with data and with, user research and insights and be able to really build something that is like, it's not necessarily going to go viral, but it can actually be developed to drive a KPI and can have that outcome.
Yeah. What's interesting, and there's there's so many YouTube videos out there, how to make a viral video, how to, grow your audience, how to do everything. And the one thing that I've noticed that is a commonality between all of that is it's so stringent on being at the peak of what is in. And for something like that, for a business, it's not sustainable unless you have a huge marketing budget. And most companies don't. They've been burned a lot. They've had people come in and give them all these metrics and tell them that X plus Y equals Z, and you're going to make a profit. And if you just do these three things, everything is going to work out. And it doesn't. And they go, okay, now who do I trust? What am I supposed to do? Here's another marketing company telling me that the data is going to tell me and it's going to get me a profit. And then it doesn't. And then how many times does that need to happen before you're just like, the data is useless? But as you and I well know, it isn't. It's always the data. The problem is that the ego and sort of posturing gets involved. And when you have a lack of transparency and you're making content for people and you have confusing data or you have the wrong metrics, because that happens, right? It's
all
like,
the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at all these views. Yeah, but who cares? If none of those people bought anything, it doesn't mean anything.
It's the same. It's the same as if it sits on a YouTube channel and nobody sees it, right?
Yeah. Ironically, talking about the company we worked in the past is one of our most successful videos ever. It got like 3 million views, and
It was the Icelandic courses, right?
Yeah. It was a very specific horse, and I don't even want to mention it because they were so upset that we misrepresented the name, this very specific name that they had been trying to carve out for this horse, that they ended up wanting to take it down. They didn't care that millions of people had seen this video, that had gotten the exposure that they would really trying to get for this very specific breed. And they were just so upset because it was slightly the words that I wrote on there were slightly off, and it whiffed. So you have most successful thing and an upset client. And to me, that's a fail. So it didn't matter that it succeeded as a video and got the views that, it was supposed to get. They ended up getting, really angry with us. And in the end, the video is gone. It doesn't exist on YouTube anymore. And it's, it's a perfect example of how something can be successful and not successful at the same time.
Absolutely. And I think that's kind of that's where we put our flag, right? Is we're like, hey, look, I don't really care about your feelings, right? I care about like how this performs and whether it makes you money. And I think that that's a piece that gets overlooked all the time. Something that I see, like when I first went out on my own, right, it was like, okay, cool. Like we're going to run paid media, we're going to make videos, and we're just going to drive a ton of leads. And we did, right? Like we had SaaS model companies that we were getting users for 25 cents a piece. Didn't matter because they didn't do anything with them, right? They didn't pick up the phone and call that person and be like, hey, do you want to sign up for like a paid membership? I'll give you 3 months free or whatever it was. So you make a really good point, right? If you focus on the wrong metrics, then it really doesn't matter if like those metrics are successful or that person feels good about getting all those views or if that person feels bad because you misspelled something. You have to come to some sort of agreement with your client about like what the expectations are.
It's something that I think can, I guess, get in the way of an effective marketing strategy, and knowing exactly what your very end result is, which is making a sale or getting,
Right.
growing your audience. And that has to be like laser focused for every metric that you're looking for.